Hey everyone and welcome to the club. My good friends over at Studio NX have asked me to show you how to draw Niko from Niko and the Sword of Light. It's an animated adventure series based on a comic book, so grab your art supplies and let's get started. Let's get started at the top of our page with the eyes. So I'm going to move over to the left side and draw in a circle. Starting from the very top, just going to work our way around and then back up towards the top. Now I'm going to leave a small gap in the center and do the same thing on the right. So we're going to line up the top of the eye, work our way around to the bottom, and then back up towards the top. Now we're going to draw two smaller circles pushed in towards the inside of the eye. So let's start on the left side, draw in a circle. I'm going to leave a little gap along the inside of the eye. We're going to do the same thing on the right. Now on the top left of each pupil, I'm going to draw a smaller circle for a highlight. And then we're going to color the outside area of the pupil in black. Now we're going to move up and draw on the eyebrows. So on the left side, I'm going to step up, I'm going to curve in, and then down towards the top of the eye. On the inside, we're just going to curl this up, going in and up. Let's do the same thing on the right. So we'll start with the inside, curve down, and then in towards the eye, and then at the top of the eye, I'm going to curve up, and then out. Now let's thicken up the eyebrow. I'm going to start on the end. I'm going to start by going up. We're going to pull that down. Now I'm going to blend this up in towards the inside of the eyebrow, coming down and then across. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now in between the eyes, we're going to add the nose. We start on the left side, we're going to draw almost like a half circle, going up and then down on the right. On the inside, I'm going to draw two small circles for the nostrils. Directly below the nose, we're going to add a large mouth. So underneath the left eye, we're going to curve down below the nose and then back up on the right side. Now that we've drawn the face, let's work our way around the bottom of the head. So in line with the corner of the mouth on the left, we're going to step out. We're going to curve down and then in towards the jaw. We'll do the same thing on the right. Now I'm going to round out the jaw and curve down towards the bottom of the chin. So let's start on the left side. We're going to round out the jaw, curve down towards the bottom so it's squaring off the chin, go across and then up on the right side. Now we're going to tuck the ears on the side of the head. So from the jaw, we're going to step up and we're going to draw almost like a C shape, curving up, rounding out the ear, and then pulling that in towards the top of the jaw. We'll do the same thing on the right. Stepping up towards the top of the ear, curving the opposite direction, and then in. Let's add some detail to the inside of the ear. Starting on the left, we're going to step down, curve in, and then down. Now halfway along this curve, we're going to curve out in the opposite direction. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the inside, we'll curve up, and then out. And then halfway, we're just going to hook this down and out in the opposite direction. Now let's move to the center of the head and draw in the large mohawk. So in the center, we're going to step up, draw a straight line going across. On either end, we're going to angle up and out towards the top of the mohawk. Now let's square off the end by connecting these two lines with a straight line. Now let's draw on the top of the head. From this point of the ear, we're going to step out and just curve around and then in behind the mohawk. We're going to go up, and we're going to turn this in. We do the same thing on the right side. Lining this up, we'll curve out, curve it down on top of the right ear. Now we're going to add two half ovals on the side of the head. Starting on the left side, we're going to curve in and just pull that back out. We do the same thing down here. Now we're going to aim towards the nose. Stepping down, curve in, and then hook that back out. We're going to take that and flip it over on the right side. So let's line up the top, aim towards the nose, curving it out. We'll step down and draw that same curve. Now that we've drawn the head, let's work our way down the body. We're going to start with the neck first. So in the center, we're going to leave a gap. On either side, we'll draw a straight line coming down the side of the neck. From the bottom of the neck on the left side, we're going to step up, curve out, and then down towards the shoulder. We'll do the same thing on the right side. From the end of the shoulder, I'm going to come down and then curve out towards the left. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Start by going down and then curving out the end. Now we're going to add a torn edge along the bottom of the sleeve. From this point, we're going to draw a short line going up. Now we're going to angle this out and down towards the left. Now we're going to go up and out towards the left. And then we'll come down again in an angle towards the left. From this end, I want to round out the shoulder, coming up towards the top. So we start by going out, rounding off the top, and then pulling that in. We're going to do the same thing on the right. Start at the bottom here, short line going up. I'm going to angle down and out. Now we're going to go up and out towards the right. And then one last time, we'll angle down and out. Now I'm going to connect this point to the top of the shoulder with a curve. So let's start at the top, rounding this out, and then pulling that in. From the inside point of the sleeve, I'm going to step in and draw two angled lines coming down towards the waist. So from here, we're going to step in, draw an angled line coming down, and do the same thing on the right. Now let's connect the bottoms with a curve, coming down the center, and then back up. We're going to step up and draw that same curve for the top of the belt. Now I'm going to add a shoulder strap going across the body. So from the top corner of the belt, I'm going to curve across and then up towards the top corner of the shoulder. I'm going to draw that twice. So we're going to step up, draw another curve going all the way towards the top. Now let's add the collar in the center of the chest. So we're going to step down from the neck in the middle, start with a point. From this point, I'm going to curve up and out towards the top of the strap. Go back to the bottom, we'll curve up and out towards the left. Now I'm just going to trim this out on the inside. So stepping in, curve towards the center, and back up on the right. Let's continue working down with the legs. So in the middle, I'm going to step down and draw a short line going across for the lower torso. Now we're going to draw in the left leg. From the center, I'm going to curve down and out towards the left. Just going to round this out. Now I'm going to curve this around in towards the hip. So round out the bottom of the pant and curve that up. We're going to do the same thing on the right. Starting from the center, curve down and out towards the right to the same height. We round out the bottom of the pant and curve in towards the right hip. Now let's draw on the legs. So from the inside of the left leg, we're going to curve out and then down towards the heel. We're going to do the same thing on the right, curving out and then down. Now we're going to round out the bottom of the feet. So from the heel, we'll curve down and then back up with a short curve on either side. From the front of the toe, I just want to round this out and pull this back over towards the right. We'll do the same thing on the left, curving around and then in. Now from the outside bottom of the pant, I want to curve and round out the leg on top of the foot. So we're just going to taper this in so the leg gets narrower as we come in. Do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to add some lines across the leg. Starting from the top, from left to right, just curve down and then back up. We're going to do this 3 times across the leg. Now we're going to move up and draw on the left arm. We start from this point of the sleeve, curve out, and then down towards the wrist. We're going to round out the thumb with a small half circle. At the end of the thumb, we're going to draw a bracket. Now at the bottom of the thumb, I'm going to swirl around the bracket and then pull up the first finger. Now we're going to stack 2 more fingers across the side. Stepping down, we'll curve down and then back up. Now the third finger is going to go all the way around in behind the sleeve. So curving around, I'm just going to aim in towards that bottom point on the outside. Now let's add some straps along the forearm. We're going to start from the inside of the wrist, curve up, and then down towards the outside of the arm. We're going to draw this curve about 2 more times along the top. Stepping up, curve across, step up 1 more time. Now on the right side, I'm going to have him holding the sword. So we're going to start from the bottom corner of the sleeve, draw a short angled line coming down and out. Now we're going to draw on the top of the forearm. We're going to curve down and over towards the right. Then we're going to layer in the thumb. From this point, I'm going to go up, down. Now we're just going to round this out and just pull that up about halfway along that curve. Let's add in the palm. From here, we're just going to hook this down and then in. Now let's add some fingers on the outside of the thumb. We're going to start at the first finger, starting from the edge of the thumb. We're going to draw an oval, going around and then back in. We're gonna draw 2 more fingers tucked in behind. Starting at the bottom of this finger, draw an oval, and we're gonna tuck this in towards the bottom of the thumb. We'll do that 1 more time. Circling around and then back up. Let's add the handle of the sword in behind the fingers. So at the bottom finger here, we're gonna draw 2 short lines coming down. Now we're just gonna go over these 2 lines with a straight line. And then at the ends, draw another short line coming down. And then we'll close off the end of the handle with a straight line. Now from the inside point of the sleeve, I'm just gonna curve around and then in behind the handle of the sword. Curving down, and then across. Let's add some bandages across the arm. So from the wrist, I'm just gonna curve down and in towards the thumb. From that same point, I'm gonna curve in, and then back out. Step over, draw the same curve. We're gonna do that 1 more time, stepping over, then across. From the bottom of the thumb, I'm gonna draw 1 straight line coming down towards the bottom. Now let's draw the hilt of the sword just above the thumb and the finger. We're gonna start on the left side. We're gonna curve down in towards the thumb, over the fingers, and then up on the right. On the ends, I'm gonna step in, draw a short angled line going out on either side. From the ends, I'm gonna angle up and out. Now we're gonna pull this back in. Now let's connect these 2 ends with another curve, coming down in the middle, and then back up. Now let's go in and draw on the sword. We're gonna leave a gap in the center of the hilt. On the left side, I'm gonna curve up and then out toward the left, then up and out towards the right. Let's draw the inside edge of the sword. We're gonna draw a straight line, but we're gonna add 3 notches along the way. From the bottom, we're gonna angle up with a straight line. Now right here, we're gonna draw an angled oval, coming down and then back out. Now we're gonna continue this line, going up. Now we're gonna add 1 more notch, curving in and then back out. Continue this line all the way to the top of the sword. Now from the top, we're gonna do a curve coming over towards the right, coming down. Let's connect these 2 ends with a straight line. And one final thing we're gonna do is add the pouch on the left hip. Starting at the top of the strap, we're gonna curve out, round it out, and pull it in towards the hip. And that's pretty much it. There's Niko from Niko and the Sword of Light. If you haven't seen the show, then you definitely need to check it out. I'll add the link to the trailer in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.